Started to watch Dave Ramsey and his anger, and I was just like, yeah, like we should be angry, like they're ripping us off, what, like, ugh. And I was also mad at my student loans company too, so it was just like a lot. I was dealing with a lot of debt. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, All Good Things. And today, as you probably guessed, we'll be talking about credit cards. Okay, so now credit cards to me have always been a big topic. All right, I see reports that say like millions and millions of Americans are in millions of credit card debt and all of this, and then you watch blogs or read blogs that are like, ooh, how I never paid for a flight for the last 10 years. And it's kind of like, okay, which is it? Millions in debt, or are we all hacking and traveling for free? So now the first time I got a credit card was when I was 18. And I thought it was a rite of passage, okay? I was like, I'm 18, it was a few months after, I need to do this. I'm an adult, I'm gonna go to college soon. And now in hindsight, actually, I was probably like one of the very first of my friends who actually got a card. But anyway, so I got a card. It was a local bank, and of course they gave me a limit, and the bank lady very quickly kind of went over what credit cards were and staying under 30%, and to be honest, it just went right over my mind. I was just like, card please. So that's just kind of how I did it, all right? And of course, another further background, my parents had never had credit cards, okay? They were not about that life at all. They were kind of that cash only life. The only credit my parents had, mortgage, okay? I convinced my mom that I was like, no, I need one, okay? It's gonna be an emergency for college, blah, 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 blah. So I got it. But anyways, and starting from 18 to 22, it was just non-stop trouble, okay? I could never make payments. I always overspent, and they kept increasing my limit, so I kept increasing my spending. And then finally, after I graduated college, I was like, I've had enough, okay? My credit limit was $3,500, but because I had just maxed it out, I was at $4,500, all right? So I had $1,000 just interest piled up, and every time I made a payment, it went towards the interest and not even towards the balance. So I kept making payments, and my credit bill kept increasing, so the interest just. And then I remember a point where I was just fed up. I was just like, I keep making payments, nothing is being resolved. And at this point also, I had just graduated, so I already had $45,000 in student loans, and I had a job right outside of college making like minimum wage, okay? I was making under $10 an hour for my degree, and I was just like, I can't do this, this is too much. So I just closed it, okay? And I called the bank, and they referred me to the customer service line, and the customer service person helped me close it. And neither of them explained to me the repercussions of what it would mean for my credit score, my credit history, and even if they did explain, I don't know if it would make a difference, to be honest. I was just done. But anyways, I cut it, just knocked it out, and then I was like, whew, in my mind I was like, good, now I can actually make payments and have it go down. Like, I didn't understand how things worked either. I just realized that it was too much, I needed to quit, and I did. Bam. And now, surprisingly enough, I didn't completely finish paying off that credit card until 2 years later, okay, in 2020. It took that long to actually get serious and pay it off. That was the first time I got a card, okay? Now, the second time I got a card was in 2019. By this time in 2019, I was becoming more serious about my finances, okay? I was taking charge with my student loans. I had gotten all caught up, because before then I was like months behind on payment, all right? So I actually got all caught up with payments, and I was making consistent payments and trying to get everything in order, take control of my finances. And I realized that, oh, like my credit score is really, really low and I need a credit card to boost it up. All right, so the only credit card that would accept me gave me a limit of $300. Okay, and it was one of those plans where if you could manage $300 for 5 months, they would boost you up. So that's what I did. All right, so I went from 300 credit card limit to 600 within a few months then, and I just kind of kept trying to play that game of raising my credit score, balancing my credit, and paying off debt. All right, so for a while that was really working. I was actually able to raise my score and get higher limits. All right, now of course $600 is not enough for anybody. So I kept asking for credit increases and they kept denying me. I also found it super strange because they wouldn't give me a higher credit limit, but they would tell me to apply for different cards. And I was like, why do you want me to keep opening accounts when you could just raise my credit limit that I already have? And I did, and I obviously, side note, I did some research on it as well, and obviously they want you to keep opening accounts, okay? That's just for business. But anyways, they got me, okay? So they would not increase my credit limit of $600, but they offered me a cash back. It was a 1.5% cash back credit card for like $1,100. So I was like, ooh, okay, I can boost my credit score up by $1,000. Let's do it. So I got that card. So this was almost a year later. I got my second credit card in 2020. All right, so now it's November 2020. I have two cards, and one is $1,000, $100 cash back, and the other one $600. Okay. And again, I'm playing this game. All right, so by November 2020, I have increased my credit score by 170 points. Okay, I'm almost in the 700s again. I'm playing the game. I'm paying off my loans. I am being responsible. Around this time as well, I've also gotten really into Dave Ramsey. Like I said before, I was introduced to him the summer of 2020. So from that point on, I'm starting to think differently about finances anyway. But I'm always kind of, so I'm getting a lot of feedback, and I'm starting to kind of be like, like, do I need a credit card? What's going on? Whatever. Okay. And as I'm paying off debt, I noticed that my credit score doesn't always go up. Sometimes it goes down, which is frustrating to me because I'm like, isn't paying debt good? Why is my score not increasing? Like, obviously it increased a lot the first time. I almost got 200 points. And I started to notice that, oh, like, my score isn't really going up that much anymore. What the heck? And of course, I was into Dave Ramsey, and he was explaining too how the FICO score is just an I love debt score. And I started to just really think about it. And at this point, I read 2 of his books already that went into kind of deeper into the credit card companies and how they target young people and all of this. And then I started doing my own research, and I'm like, oh shoot, like, So, like, can I trust these companies? And I just really deep dive. If you know me personally, I get really into what I'm doing, all right? So, of course, I had to research the crap out of this. And I researched the history of credit cards, how long they've been around, what people did before then, and how they advertise and how they do all these things. Because at this point, I'm still kind of thinking, like, in the back of my head, I don't get it. And I started to watch Dave Ramsey and his anger, and I was just like, yeah, like, we should be angry. Like, they're ripping us off. What? Like, ugh. And I was also mad at my student loans company, too. So it was just, like, a lot. I was dealing with a lot of debt. And I was just kind of like, do I want to live like this? Nah. F debt. F debt. I had that, like, mindset for a while, and I was just thinking, and I was thinking for a few months. I didn't do it right away. I was kind of thinking about it for a long time, but then I decided, it was May 2021, actually, a few months ago. This is like my 3-month update. A few months ago, I just cut it, and I was just like, you know what? I don't want anything to do with debt. I want to be debt free. I don't even want to have a mortgage. Just like fed up. And I was angry with the credit card companies. I was angry with the student loan companies. I was angry that people were being ripped off and taken advantage of. And I was just like, my history wasn't good with it anyway. And even though I was getting really good, I was playing the game the second time around, raising my score, doing the cash back thing, whatever. I found myself overspending for cash back just to qualify, like, for those cash backs anyways. So I was just like, is this helping me? No. So I just like, I'm gonna cut it a wrap. All right. So the first time I was definitely overwhelmed and not making payments and getting like really like scared, not scared, but just like fed up. And then the second time, I was just kind of like, I don't think this is what I want for my life. Like, I was really just embracing the debt-free mentality, and I was just like, I'm just gonna cut it. I'm just gonna cut it. And also, I was like, F debt. Okay, so now fast forward a few months to today. Okay, I've definitely done some more research, and I also have been introduced to other financial lifestyles. Okay, so like I said, I'm really into the FIRE community, and I'm really into like Robert Kiyosaki as well. All very different. I will link the video right now of me comparing the three of them. And now today, I no longer think that credit card companies and student loan companies are straight up from the devil and from hell. Okay, I mean, but I still hate debt. And I'm definitely still kind of more aligned with the debt-free mentality and debt-free lifestyle. And who knows, maybe one day I'll open it up again, and it won't be from a place of fear or from a place of lacking. It will be from a place of knowledge and strength, and I'll handle it a lot differently. Who knows, alright? But I would love to hear your thoughts. Please leave a comment. Do you have a credit card? Have you ever cut one up? Have you thought about cutting one up? Let me know, okay? And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell. And join me on Wednesday when I'll tackle another hot topic issue. I'm kind of weighing heavily on me.